Good afternoon, Deb here, Slap Happy Sewing. Okay, so I know I've been away a while, but in today's video I have for you, I've got some memademay outfits. I want to talk to you about a course that I've done called Everyday Style. I've got a fabric haul, of course, from knowing me, it's a thrifted one. And I want to show you my Metra jacket. Well, really it was the wearable muslin for the Metra jacket. I made a few mistakes, but in the end I think I've made something wearable. Well, I have worn it a couple of times, so that's a good start. I'll do better next time though. What I'm wearing today is also a memademay outfit. This was a Cashmerette Concord t-shirt that I had made out of this very, very stretchy rayon spandex. I had made it as a tunic, but when I put it on, it was a dress, not a tunic. It was a short dress, and not in a good way. So I never wore it, and I never wore it. And of course the dress, because it's so stretchy, the weight of the fabric stretched it down. And then I ended up with this really far too low V-neck dress. So what I did to try and rescue it is I've cut the dress off and turned it into a t-shirt, which is here. It's t-shirt length now, and I put a little bar across to stop it from coming right out. But I do realise it's a little low cut. But remember, I've filmed these videos, but I'm at home and I'm not at work and I'm not going out in public. So I guess you're public, but you're sewish, you understand. You know all about these wardrobe malfunctions. Yeah, I don't think I need to explain to you. All right, okay, on with the video. Okay, so I know I've been away for a little while, and my apologies, and I really appreciate the fact that a few of you have sent me messages in some of my comments, because I know I don't have an email. Honestly, I can't keep up with my own email, let alone an email to do with YouTube. Not yet, maybe in one day. Yeah, so what have I been doing? So I did finish this jacket. This was the Metra blazer. If you see, I actually put the facing, I put it in the back as well, which is kind of good because it makes it warmer. But I came to the conclusion that I didn't want the lapel of the jacket to be of that fabric, because it's too limiting. You know, for example, the outfit I've got on, it's not going to work with that clashing fabric against this one. So yeah, and honestly, you know, I think in the last video I told you about what a nightmare it all was. And I probably should have given up on it, but actually, since I've got it made, and honestly I had to do things like, because I've made such a mess of the back neck putting the collar on 3 times, I've actually sewn the back neck down so that you can't see the rubbish underneath. But overall I have made a wearable garment, so I'm happy about that. The lapel, I'll just show it on a video that I put that was taken last week, so that was memademay. What you can see with the lapel is I should have made the lapel come down lower, but because of course it's alternate fabric to the lining, I miscut it. It's okay. I put this used the same thing of the other big press stud that I bought, and I used a big press stud to hold it together. I think I'm going to get some wear from it, so I'm happy. And you know, considering that was a wearable muslin, I'm okay with it. The next thing, oh yes, so while I haven't really done a lot of sewing, I have been trying to do some memademay. So I'll play some videos here of some of the footage that I took. I don't really do it on Instagram because I don't really go on Instagram very often. So yeah, here it is. Oh, this is me in my little office. What I have got here is the Cashmerette Alcott dress that I made. plus the Decades of Style jacket. I can't remember the name of it, but I'll put it below. I don't know if you caught a glimpse of the black tights and why I hate tights. And yes, see those tights? Oh, I see my slips falling down as well. My slip's a bit long. I just noticed that. Yeah, those tights, made my legs feel like sausages in skins. Yeah, this is the only me made thing is that over top, which is the Love Notions La Belladonna top. That's right. Yeah, in fact, it was just made out of some old scrap that I had left, but I've worn it quite a few times in this way. And here is, I made 2 of these kind of tunics, and they are the Colette Sorbetto, which was but heavily FBA'd and altered and darted and goodness knows what. Oh, and I did find that the Colette Sorbetto, fitted quite nicely with this jacket. So I am looking for things to wear with this jacket that I made recently. Yeah, and I thought this wasn't bad at all, and it does make it a whole lot warmer. Oh, here's the other Colette Sorbetto that I made, and this is a good base garment, and that's why I made them. Not that they're that interesting in themselves, but they are good base garments for other outfits. See that lovely scarf that was made by a friend of mine in Ireland, who's got a knitwear company called Salore. I'll put it down below. I don't know if she's still doing it though. But yeah, doesn't it go lovely? I think that's what I mean. I realised I needed to have garments that go with other things, and here we have this jacket. I love this jacket. It's a ready-to-wear jacket, and it's what gave me the idea for the short jacket, the short turquoise one. I never thought it would suit me, but I tried it on in the shop, and I just love it. I love the length of it, and yeah, I wouldn't have thought it would suit me, but I do love this little jacket. But it is quite hard to find things to wear with it. So it's been good. You doing Me Made May made me look again and find things that I can wear with it. So yeah, I was quite pleased because I literally invented this outfit with my boots. It's very hard to get all of you into a picture, I must say. But yeah, very happy with this outfit. And using grey, because I don't have an enormous amount of things that go with grey, so I like this. It warms it right up. Very happy with this one. All right, Deb, off you get. We've seen it all. Oh, and I nearly forgot this one. This is the Elian Mac Breezy top. And I do like wearing it with this particular jacket. Yeah, I like the pattern, but I think it's quite loud, so I like it toned down a little bit. But yeah, just show it with the jacket. So yeah, I said I'd do three Me Made May garments each week, and I think I've managed to do that thus far. And yeah, it's great. It's really kind of inspiring me to look at my wardrobe and make some new outfits. Yep, great. Apart from that, I suppose doing Me Made May has made me think about, where I'm going with this. I've spent now quite a bit of time. I've got a decent skill level. I'm pleased that I haven't sort of spent too much money. I've learned some reasonable ideas and skills. I've got a nice stash of patterns. I've got a good stash of fabric now, but I think I've been a bit hit and miss really, and I want to get a few more hits. So I have been watching Whitney on Kat Stitchery talking about her wardrobe, and while I'm not really into capsule wardrobes, one thing I did take from it was she talked about this podcast called the Everyday Style Guide. I'll link it below. And she also talked about doing this course it's an online course called, I think Signature Style, I think it's called. So I thought, while I'm as stingy as anything, I thought, you know what, considering all the money that you pay on patterns and fabrics, and it's kind of all the time you put in, and then if you don't get something that's a hit, I think it's probably worth the money to to pay for this kind of intellectual content, because having listened to her podcast a few times, I actually liked what I heard. Splashed out and bought this course, and I've gone a little way through it. I haven't got very far on in it yet. Through a few prompts, she gets you to go onto Pinterest and start looking at clothes. And now I found this surprisingly difficult to do, because not because I don't know what I like, but because I wasn't seeing the clothes. I started doing a few searching, and I thought, well, I love country style in terms of my house, and I like a bit of boho. So I started searching, and I realised when you search country on Pinterest, you get American country, which that's not what I want to look like. But when I searched English country, bingo, I started to see things then that I thought, yeah, I can go along with this. I think I'm on track now. So through this process, you narrow down, and you look at also the things that you don't like. And the things I don't like are, I don't like things that are big and shapeless. I like boho, but I don't want to look extremely boho myself. Although I pass someone in the street, I would enjoy their self-expression. I think I've got my 3 words, although I'm not quite sure about my third, and she calls them your style guideposts. And you can then use them, and you ask yourself, am I hitting at least 2 out of the 3 whenever you buy clothes, or in our case, make clothes? So my 3 guideposts were country, and by that, as I say, I mean English country, not American country. Country, boho, and natural, although I'm not sure about that 3rd word, because I've written all sorts of things there like natural, sustainable. I think what I mean is I'm not really interested in looking over polished. I want to look, like it's real. Yeah, anyway, you can see I'm struggling a little bit with the 3rd one. But already, man, that was such a breakthrough for me, because yeah, I immediately started to think about my wardrobe, and I immediately went and looked at my wardrobe, and there's lots more of the course to do. So now I have to narrow it down to what exactly this look is made up of, and what kind of garments I would need. But I immediately opened up my wardrobe and realised there's a whole load of things in there that don't fit those guideposts in any way, shape or form, and I just got rid of them straight away. So now my wardrobe is smaller than it's ever been. That's fine. I wasn't wearing those garments. The reason I wasn't wearing them is because it's not what I want to look like. So that's fine. So then I went and thought, well, looking at what I can do now for my country boho natural, one of the natural things is I need jumpers because it's winter, and it was jolly cold about 2 weeks ago, and I thought, oh, I'm going to struggle a bit now. So Farmers, which is our local department store, our New Zealand department store. Yes, I know, Farmers. I know. It's nothing agricultural. It's just, it must have been started by Henry Farmer or something. They hadn't actually done a lot of online shopping, but I thought, oh, I saw a sale come up, and I thought, oh, let's have a look. And there were merino jumpers on sale. Merino is just so beautiful to wear, although you have to keep it away from the moths. I've been mending a few merino jumpers this morning that got a bit attacked. So I went online and thought, there's 2 things I want. I need bras, brand new bras, because she says, like, you've got to have good bras, and I totally agree. Not so easy to buy them when you're my size, though. In fact, bra making is something that I think I'll be exploring in the future. So bras and merino jumpers. So I made a great big order. I sort of ordered pretty much everything, one of each style, and lots of bras, which are anything from $65 to $95. So I bought quite a few, and I think my parcel overall came to about $500. That's fine. I thought I'll just take back what I don't need, because we've got a Farmers in town here. That was all very well, so I was excited when I got the parcel and I went through it, but I only ended up keeping 1 jumper and 1 bra. The bras were all a bit too small for me, and the jumpers, a lot of them, they were wrong in the neck or they were too short for me. So I go and think, well, that's fine, I can return them and get a credit for that. No. You can get a store credit for that. You can't get the money back. So now I'm left with a $350 credit note. And I don't even shop that much. But which brings me to what I was going to ask you guys. I've got it here to remind myself. One thing I would like to buy, and Farmers Sells Electrical, is I need a new iron. This iron that I've got might even be 25 years old. And as you can see, it's time to replace it. If you have an iron and you love it, can you please put it down in the comments for me so that I maybe can find something that comes recommended and buy the right one. Yeah, anyway, I had ended up in Farmers yesterday with this big store credit, I thought, well, I'll have a look at the clothes here and try some things on. It won't do me any harm because I haven't actually been in a clothes store a long time. So I have a look round, and actually this year's fashion, this winter fashion that they've got in, is completely within my style guidepost. It's little Dixie prints, and it's you know, lovely natural fabrics and beautiful sort of autumny colours that really good for me. Walked around the shop, tried on dozens of blouses. Trouble is, when you sew and you've got used to fit, I have to admit that nothing actually fitted me properly. The biggest problem is generally is that they're too short. If they don't fit me, if it fits me across the bust, it's often the shoulders are hanging off. And you know, looking at it, some of those blouses were like $80. I think they had like a deal, two for the second blouse was half price. But even so, they're going to be jolly expensive, and they don't actually fit me properly, even though they were within my style guideposts. So I came away yesterday not buying anything. So more work to do on getting this wardrobe to the way I would like it. Although, to be fair, no hurry. I have, you know, I'm interested in frugality and sustainability. I have no desire to acquire clothes at a enormous rate. So I'm quite happy to migrate my wardrobe over slowly, and just to do it in a organic way. And although, as I say, I have taken out some of the clothes that I wasn't wearing anyway, because they're so far from any way I want to look that I don't even know why I bought them in the first place. So that's where I'm at on that journey at the moment. Another thing that happened in the time since I have been away is my lovely lady in the local town who was selling all her fabric. She was, you know, she must have been a professional sewist, because she's got so much of it and thousands of patterns, that she put another batch of fabric online, and I did pick through it quite carefully. I hope I've bought all things I can use, but I'm going to show you now. So if you hate fabric hauls, perhaps you should fast forward towards the end of this video, but I'll try to be concise and fairly quick. I know some of you love fabric hauls, so let's go. Now, it's interesting. If I look, you're going to see some colours, and they come up again and again. For example, here, she likes that turquoisey colours. She likes apple green, and she likes purple. Here, purple. So that's both good and bad in the sense of, mostly, I'm not quite sure whether the apple green's right, especially in my style guideposts. I may, though, be able to dye some of it a slightly darker green, so it's more kind of natural and country. There was this one, which I know is a bit shiny, but I thought might be useful for a blouse. It actually was more polyestery and shiny than I expected. This whole haul is less than $250, and nearly every piece is 2 meters or more. Some of it's 3. And this I thought would be good for a lining, another purpley colour. That would be good for a lining. Actually, I'm not sure when putting them away if I shouldn't put them away in colours, as they're so often the same. So this is a kind of a, it's very stretchy, not only widthways. So I'm not sure what I'll use that for. That was more polyestery. I might not have bought it if I had known. So there's apple green corduroy, which, as I say, is probably a bit light cord. This is a twill, so I think I could dye this. I think this is definitely too light. It's too neon. And this is quite a thick, I think you might call this, I'm not sure if you would call this Ponte. It's quite sort of, yeah, it's got quite a bit of stretch to it and it's quite heavy. But as I say, we buy some darker green dye and dye all three of those together. And what else have I got here? Excuse me. Okay, so moving on. Sorry, my camera just cut out. Yeah, this is a fleece, same apple green, probably too dark. I don't know what I'll use this for. I might use it for something, you know, household. Actually, I think the people who go hunting, they wear this colour. And I said, like, surely the deer can see you, but apparently the deer can't see that colour. Yeah, I don't know what I'll use that for. And, excuse me, bouncing around. Then I've got this one, which is really rather nice. It's a kind of a chiffon with a kind of crushed pattern on it. Do you see that? Really rather lovely. Don't know what I'll make with that yet, but it's going stashwards. And then we have got this, which I must admit, if I had known what it would really look out in real life, it looked better on the picture. It's a bit more yellow than I expected it to be. It's a kind of a jersey with a sort of shiny pattern on it. So not sure about that one. And then, this one, lovely ditzy print, completely within my style guidelines. I was thinking of making a blouse with it. Look at its lovely ditziness. I'm not sure what it is. It's a kind of a very, very dark grey actually, but it looks brown. What I want to make with this, and I'll put a picture up here, I found a free pattern for it. So one thing I liked in terms of when I was looking at Pinterest was I liked those blouses that had sort of come right up to the neck and have a little frill and then they poke out from underneath the jumper. So I had a look online for a pattern and didn't find one. And then Frugalisima, she talked about these free patterns and I managed to get one for free. How good is that? I'm really pleased about that because, you know, when I pay for patterns, I expect not to have to do too much altering of them. I realise I may need to do a full bust adjustment and all. So the fact I didn't pay for the pattern is great to start with. And then we've got black, just because black is useful. It's got a bit of stretch in it widthways. Interesting, this woman, almost all her fabrics have, you know, her heavier weight fabrics have some stretch in them. Then there's this one, which is kind of like a crepe, and it's not white dots, it's kind of a beigey colour. Don't know what I'll make with that, but it's going stashwards. And then we have got a whole selection of jerseys. So they're cotton jerseys, they're thicker, thinner. This one is thin and nice and drapey. I'm not too worried about the colours because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to make some new nighties soon. So anything that's not a colour that I would want to wear. This one is quite interesting because it's got a kind of a suede finish. Can you see that? It's got a sort of a funny suede finish. Very interesting. Oops. And then there's this one, which is very, very heavy again, and very, very stretchy. You could almost probably make like leggings or something out of it. Can you see that? And then there's a lightweight knit here, much lighter and more stretchy. As you see, the purple colour is popping up again. And then this I really like. This is It's kind of got the suede look on one side and the shiny on the other. But what I like about it is, as I say, she likes fabrics with a bit of stretch. It's got a bit of give in it. I really think I might make a nice pinafore out of that. Then what else have we got? There is more to go yet. I hope I'm not boring you. There's this, which I will probably just make a scarf out of. I really like colours of it. Look at that. I might just hem it and make a scarf. There is this. This is, now it looks a bit creased, but I have actually washed it and ironed. I've washed and ironed everything. But this probably needs to be steam ironed with a better iron than my old thing. This one is, it's like a denim. And here you can see why you should not put your fabric out on open shelves. As I said to you, I don't put my fabric out like that. That's what UV does to it. But she gave me that bit at the end for nothing. I just paid for the main part. Quite useful though, because it's got stretch. Same thing. I probably won't use that until next summer, but very useful. Kind of a denim, a pale denim. And then we have got two lots of this needle cord. There's this colour. She likes this sort of turquoise colour. She's very keen on turquoise, obviously. That turquoise colour. Can you see it? I hope it shows. Yeah, it looks a bit crushed because I have washed it and ironed it, but it still looks a bit crushed. And then there's also the same thing, but in green. Now, definitely think I can do something with those. And yes, they both have a slight bit of stretch. Then we have not much more to go. I haven't ironed this one. I just brought it in this morning. It's been on the line. That's denim, but it's got a kind of pinstripe and it's got a bit of stretch, but it's pretty heavy. And we have here some lovely velour. Just show you. See that? Isn't that lovely? See turquoise again. The apple green I'm not so keen on, but the turquoise and the purple's fine. I quite like those colours. And then there's a nice big piece of thinnish blue. I don't know what it would be. Cotton jersey, viscose jersey, but it is nice and light. So yeah, and then if that wasn't enough fabric to acquire in one go, I happened to pass the Salvation Army and got myself this one, which I hope is enough to make a little blouse. See, my style guide post would be country, boho, natural. I think that's country natural. And this one, it's just, it's chiffon, but it's a very dark greeny colour. So yeah. So I have got far too much fabric probably. No, that's not true. I have more fabric than I could actually make up reasonably in the next while, but that's okay because my next bit of news is it looks, I should get my contract next week that I'm going to start working part-time after the end of June. Hurrah! So I'll have more time for sewing and my creative pursuits. Thank goodness for that. I'm so ready for it. I just don't want to be at work all the time. I've got so many things I want to do. Creative pursuits like art and sewing and decorating and travelling and writing. So yeah, I'm hoping that with a bit more time I can get these things, I can get myself on stream to get these things done. All right, well that's me for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. As I say, hope you're all doing well. I guess everybody's getting vaccinated now. We're not doing much vaccination here in New Zealand yet. I think they're starting now with old people. Obviously, we're lagging behind because we're not living with COVID as an everyday reality yet. Yeah, but otherwise, it's a nice day today, but we've had some cold weather and winter's kind of here. Yeah, so looking forward to a holiday. We've just opened the borders between the Cook Islands, I think, and Australia. So hoping I might get a holiday over there this winter. All right, well, that's me for now. I appreciate always hearing your comments upon my thing, what I've been talking about, anything I've been talking about, or anything that strikes you. If you're what do you think your style guideposts would be if you could name them? Yeah, let me know in the comments. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you again hopefully on Friday, as long as I can get enough time to make a video before Friday. Certainly I'll keep doing some me mades, and I might manage. I'm in the middle of making up my, what is that pattern called? I'll put it up there. So yeah, hopefully you'll see the results of that on Friday. Until then, bye. Have a great week.